Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World. And we are back today here at our little cave home. That's right, we're living in a cave now. As you can see, I have sealed it off with a wall, and it is totally functional in terms of like being able to smoke meat. In fact, we've got 50 elk cuts being prepared right here. That's right. So, this was a little experiment. Don't worry, I still have my cabin in the woods, it's right up here and stuff. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. In fact, we're going to go visit that very shortly. And I think that our little experiment here is pretty much done. So we're going to leave this area for now. Obviously, I got food being prepared here and stuff, so we will revisit this. It's not that far from our home. It's actually a decent spot for a hunting ground, which is why we stopped here. Yes, you can see there's a lot of open terrain all around here. So this is the spot to be, kind of, if we want to alternate between our main home, which is just up here, and it doesn't have a lot of flat land there, but nonetheless, that is where we are stationed. So let's get up there and finally sleep on something that isn't a dirty old rocky hard cave floor. Here we go. Oh, home sweet home. So we have arrived at the Tri-Tip Mountains. Very wonderful. We actually have a torch on us right now, too, believe it or not. Carried it all that way. Look at this. Starts me on the face of the mountain over here. No, we're not climbing. There is a smoke shack right here. This was the first structure I built, and it was basically just to allow us to smoke meat during the summer months. That first summer that we moved out here, we didn't have any way to preserve food. Now, this is the main one, though. This is the cottage we spent the most time on. As you can see, it's a beautiful place. Yes, it's very nice. We've got everything, and of course, considering we started out as a runaway slave, we had no kind of weapon. The only thing we had was a knife and some clothes on our back, and that was it. So we were able to mine everything we needed, smelt it all, and we've created quite an inventory, I will say. In fact, we now have a fine hunting knife, a fine small knife, two fine broadhead arrows. We've got about a dozen arrows or so, and a longbow, a spear, and a hand axe, as well as a whole bunch of nice clothing now that we've been preparing and stuff. In fact, I think there's a little bit more like leather stuff that I can whip up. I think I'm going to work on that. Go ahead and get his full outfit completed. Oh, we've got a winter skin on us here. I brought that with me, apparently. Oh, yes. So we did kill an elk in an attempt to smoke it inside the cave. We killed it. So apparently I've still got the skin on me. So we're going to finish that right now and drop it here at our nice little home. Okay, and he just passed out. He was extremely tired when I did that. I kind of forced him to work a little bit too hard, but he finished it. There it is. So we're going to drop those. And I've got some other nonsense on me, like some bones and stuff. So, what my plan is to one day go back and destroy the village who enslaved us as a child. They are, if we look at the map, let me zoom out just a bit so I don't lose myself here. They're over here by the white culture, which is known as the Owl Tribe, but that's not who they are. They're part of this purple culture, even though they're not marked right here, but this is them. And we're going to get them. We're going back for revenge here. And I think that that day is rapidly approaching. I want to attempt to take out that village all by myself, just with the clothing and weapons we've got, no dogs of any kind. Of course, the point of this playthrough is to be a total hermit, up until, the point that we return and reap vengeance on them. But I've got a whole bunch of food. Let me drop some of that because we don't need all of it. See, in fact, we're pretty wealthy just in terms of the food we've got and everything else. I could hire an entire army of villagers if I wanted to go take out that tribal, whatever it was, that slavers camp, essentially is what it is, but we're not doing it. It's all on our shoulder. Everything up to this point has been on our one little character's shoulders. So there's no reason to change now. So, like I said, I think I'm going to get a little bit more geared up. I'm going to check through exactly what kind of leather stuff we're wearing. And because we've got tons of like fur and things like that, even a little bit of metal if I need it. I don't think I'm going to go the full route and do the blacksmithing up a helmet and all that stuff just because it takes forever. Like, I've looked through some of those options, and we're talking about another like 30 episodes or so to get through it. So, nonetheless, we are still going to have some excitement in the very near future. Okay, so in terms of gearing up here, I've been looking at the armors of iron and wood. Now, of course, as I mentioned, the iron helm, as well as like the knee cops and the codpiece, these take what are referred to as a steel dome, which you need all kinds of stuff for. You need like a certain kind of hammer, a ball hammer, as well as pliers. Like right there, it says ball iron hammer. So there's a whole bunch more stuff I'd need to go through, as well as a drill here. I think we're going to avoid this maybe in future playthroughs if we start off a little bit better, equipped. It won't take us like 4 seasons to get through all that stuff. But I was also looking at wood armor here, the Lamlar. I've been instructed how to pronounce this before, but I still can't do it. Now, this one is interesting. If we were to make one of these, we need 2 pounds of steel billet, furnace, forge. We actually have everything we need except for that drill. I might work on some of these. Let's look at tool making. Maybe is that where the drill? I don't know. I haven't looked for the drill yet. Medieval drill. There it is. Steel billet. Okay. Thin cordage, branch, forge, bellows. It's hard to see what's like written here. Obviously, you can see the modding's not perfect, but I think we might have all this. Is my tub full of water? It might be. Anyway, let's try it. If I actually get a fire going and make some steel billets, I think we can do that fairly easily. Let's go ahead and get some branches pushed over there, and I'm going to start a true fire. Let's go ahead and get, there we are, slender trunks. We'll do 3 of those. This way I can mess around and make a whole bunch of stuff if possible. So we'll hit M and M for mining, and then crafting, and then mining and iron. And let's see here, steel billet. Now we've got everything we need right away. See, I've prepared some stuff here. We got plenty of charcoal, plenty of iron. In fact, I might want to try roasting some iron real quick. I don't know how much I have. I've got some. Let's try that again. Repeat, but let's just do 4 stacks. Oh, okay, maybe I don't have that much. We have a little bit. All right, anyway, let's make some more steel billets here because we're probably going to need a few of these. I hope I don't have to refine them. It takes a while, though. 2 hours, 20 minutes, roughly. So that fire's getting a little low. Let's push some more stuff in there. I got some wooden bowls. Not going to start burning that stuff. I've got tons of other things here. These wooden stakes I can burn. Don't need those. We'll get rid of that. These quarter logs and like the half logs, those are probably, they might come in handy for crafting again, so I'll keep them around. But that should do. All right, let's push that stuff in there. Not that. There we go. Get that blazing again, and let's keep going with the iron. Actually, let's hold off on the steel billets, and let's try to make some of the make lamar. Lamlar. All right, I'm not going to pronounce anymore. Let's try this here. 2 point a steel billet as steel. Do we have it in our person? There it is. Oh, look at that. We did it. Wait, I need the drill. I forgot all about the drill. Yeah, okay, tool making. Okay, we can make it. Wooden stake. Oh, all right, hold on. We're not quite done yet. Let me get some more materials. Okay, I think I have got everything I need now for this thing. Let's do some cordage, thin cordage. We've got that. Perfect. And let me tell you what, it took me a while to get this iron billet and the steel billet. That came easily, but I had to build all the way up from raw iron to get this iron billet because I ran out. But that's okay. I got it done here. Look at this. We've got our drill. We are on our way. Gosh, now all I have to do is make pliers, a ball hammer. No, no, no. We're not doing all that. We're just going for, let's move that cursor. We're going for armors of iron and wood, and we're trying to make one of these. So we've got 0.2 billet. Do I still have some of that? Yes, steel billet. Just an experiment. There it is. We got the medieval drill. Oh, we made an inferior steel lamlar piece. Oh, there it is. So we've got one. Now here's the deal. When I go to look at the iron, and wood here, let's say I wanted to make, just something small. Let's say a shin guard here. 44 pieces of that. Well, yeah, so we need a total of 44 more. Total 45. So It's going to take a bit here. I don't know if we can even make the smallest piece of this. It was fun to craft it up, but now let's get serious and see if I can't. Let me rest real quick. All right, let's see if I can't go ahead and make some actual quantity. 2 pounds of steel. I don't have enough steel. We just need a lot more steel. Well, let's try and make some. Steel is pretty easy to make, actually, believe it or not. As long as you got the charcoal and stuff. Steel billet, there it is. Yeah, as long as you're prepared and you have some of the raw ingredients, it's not like real difficult. But let's go ahead and repeat that a couple of times. All right, I don't know if that's 2 pounds or not. Let's see. It's 1 pound. So we need to do that a couple more times here, but we need to sleep first. It's important to, while you're crafting, make sure you rest, keep him fed and stuff. Obviously, his like physical state does affect the outcome of the crafted stuff that you'll be working on. So let's get this fire started and start crafting again. Okay, well, unfortunately, I did not get more than a single piece made here without running out. So basically, I either need to go ahead and spend a whole bunch more time digging up iron ore and stuff and smelting it and going through the whole process, or we can just abandon the idea of outfitting ourselves with that stuff and drop it on the floor. And I think that's probably what we're going to go with. Sadly, it does not seem that appealing to me at the moment to just start crafting all over again. Now, trust me, it's definitely in theme with the playthrough. I get that, but man, oh man, we've spent a lot of time just mining ourselves up what we've got. So, to be honest, I think it's time. It's time to head out, guys. I'm going to pick up enough food here. You know what? Maybe we should make a second bag for food. It doesn't matter. I'll just grab a whole bunch of it. We'll take this stack here of the smoked. I'll take another 10 pounds of dried. That should be good enough for food. All right. Yes, say goodbye to the cottage for now. If we survive, of course, we will come back to this location, and this will be our permanent home. Maybe one day we will be able to reacclimate ourselves to society, but who knows? So let's see. Let's make sure we've got everything. Close the door here. Yeah, there's nothing inside. That's all just my like lame tools that I don't need anymore. So I think that will do it for right now. We are going to close the door on our cottage. And let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Let's take a look at it. There it is. The cottage between the mountains. It's been a nice place to live, that's for sure. We still got a roaring fire going over here. Ah, yes. I wonder if that lynx is still roaming around. There's a dead bird up there in the trap there. You see it? That'll be for the lynx. We'll left that, yeah. Yeah, it's still fresh. Okay, the lynx has something to eat, so we don't have to worry about that as much. There we go. All right, I think it's time to head out. We've got a long trip ahead of us for sure. So if you'll look, we are here at the very northernmost part of the map, right up by the coast. This is literally the coast of this island. And if we come down all the way over here, I suppose we can head in a diagonal fashion. Since it is like winter time, we can just move without worry. Yeah, there we go. We don't have to worry about the water, anything like that. Pretty super fast. All right, time to sleep. Drink. Yeah, when I say we don't have to worry about water, I mean all the water is iced over, so we can just ski right over the top. Okay, so let's proceed downward. It's good to check that map occasionally. You can see it probably won't take us that long, a day or two. We're zooming right along. It doesn't take much. The only concern really here is that we run into like a robber or a group of robbers. That would be really terrible right now. It would definitely thwart our plans because they would demand everything we have. And if we didn't give it to them, well, they'd get really pissed and they'd try to kill us. All right, now it's time to start heading westward. And he's trying to sleep here. The good news is at some point we will start to run in to some of our old shelters right over here. So, yeah, we might be able to catch a nice little rest in a shelter before we actually make our final assault here. So, let's stand up again. There you go. He can always see a lot better whenever he's standing up. He's still tired, weary. Look, we're actually coming into the area where we already explored a bit. Yeah, it's always funny to rediscover these places, especially after it's been many, many months since you came through here. Now, we do have some old traps set up around here, I think, but I'm not worried about those. What is this location? Oh, there is a shelter. This is one of our early, early shelters right here. Let's drop in. Hello. This wasn't the main one. This was just, we had to spread out our shelters all over the place because we had very little clothing. Our cold weather gear was not up to par at this time, so we had to set our shelters real close. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to make it when we traveled on the world map. I'm going to fill up with water here. Let's just look. Oh, there's still traps here. Oh, yeah. There's nothing in them. Nothing's hit our traps yet. It just goes to show you. Sometimes they just don't work. But nonetheless, we survived. So we did make it eventually out of this area. This was our main shelter right here. Yep. No, was it? Whoops. Wrong button. Let's go back. I think... No, it was actually this one down here. We'll head in this direction. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, it's got all kinds of traps around it. You can see those. We left them up because we were lazy. All right, there's all the traps in this area. It's not much to look at here, but this area did keep us alive for many, many nights there in very cold weather. So nonetheless, if we look, like I said, we're right here. That's us, little circle. Zoom in a little bit. And we're trying to get to this one. So I need to just head over. We're not going to barge in right away. We got to plan it out a little bit. We got to think about what we're doing. All right, let's move. Oh, I passed it. It's actually easy to miss here if you're... Huh. Oh, it's right there. Okay, it is hard to see it because it's just a tribal. It's not a true settlement. They've got, I mean, I think they do have some structures as I recall, but it's dead ahead of me and it's represented by tents here. So it's just very hard to see. It almost looks like brown trees or whatever, or a small cave, but that's them. That is the settlement right there. That's the place where we were enslaved. So let's take a quick stock, see if we can go ahead and sleep real quick. It's early evening. Tell you what, let me see. We set our very first shelter up, like right there. Okay, so let's go back to this. It's funny, we returned to the very first shelter we ever had. Now it's it's late night. This might work in our favor though, because we've actually got visibility at this point, because it's the moon is up. It's a half moon, it looks like. Okay, now obviously, I don't want to carry everything into battle here. If we do sneak up on these people in the night, I probably want to drop a lot of my stuff here, right here at the edge of at the village. Make sure I can get rid of that. It's 20 pounds. We don't need all this food now. Brought it with us just in case. It'll still be there. It'll get us back if we survive this fight here. So let's drop that. Now I'm going to keep everything here. The hand axe, the spear is going to be our main weapon. Of course, I'll be taking a few shots at them with arrows. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and wield our arrow because I am going to remove the skis. Now on second thought, maybe I should keep the skis on until we actually get right up in the village. Then I'll drop them at the last second before I start pulling out my arrows. That'll help us preserve our endurance, I think, a little bit better. So let's do that. Let's keep those on at least for now. Okay. Just going to move, make sure. And let's see, we're down to 103 pounds. I can probably also take off like my fur gloves. As we've determined, and someone has commented in the past, these things can hamper your shooting. So I'll take those off. If it's fur, then it's not going to be that much of a protection necessarily, but like for, attacks and stuff. But we definitely want to have a better shot. Okay, so that's pretty decent. I think we just take those off, drop them. Let's try that. See what happens there. All right, now we're at 102. Trying to get down as low as possible. I don't need this torch. All right, let's see what else. Honestly, I think we're just about there. Yeah, there's nothing else except the skis themselves. So it is time, folks. Let's do it. We are about to assault the assaulters. That's it. The slave force is coming to an end. So we're coming up at midnight right now. We're literally sneaking back into this village in the dead of night. And this is it. Once we get in here, man, it's pretty much locked in. I mean, it would be tough for me to escape, but okay, look. They got a fire going. Oh, there's a dude right there. So he sees me. I cannot hide because I'm clearly seen. I'm going to turn around real quick. Okay, just want to make sure nobody's like behind me. Okay, now he's pissed. He's angry. He's seen me. He's spotted me. He knows I don't belong here. So it's time for me to wield that first fine broadhead arrow. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, man. You know what? I actually have a better thought. You know what we should do? Instead of assaulting them like this head on, I need to get into a like a corner or somewhere that I can like just fight one at a time, basically. So I don't need to take on a whole village and get surrounded. So it might be better if I keep that ski stick on me. Yeah, let's ski around them a little bit. They're coming after me. Trust me. Oh, Jesus, he's right on me. God damn, how'd he get so fast? All right, we're dodging. We're dodging. I'm zooming in. Oh, wow. All right, this was not good. This is not good. I've got my spear. I'm dodging. Impact does not penetrate our armor. Okay, I've got my spear. I'm going to take off the longbow. Whoa, I was not prepared for how fast they would be. All right, let's block with the spear. We definitely parry his attack. All right, let's hit 2 to attack with the spear. I'm going point to the body. All right, you land a solid hit on his hip. The warrior staggers, trying to maintain his balance. You hear a swear from the southeast. All right, let's dodge. Doesn't impact. Dodge again. See, now I'm fighting 2 of them. All right, let's go for the same guy in front of us. Same move. He swears in pain. One of them's running away. All right, let's block with the spear. We definitely parry his attack. Yeah, one of them just took off running. Interesting. Let's dodge. He completely misses us. All right, I'm going to hit him again with that spear. I'm going point to the head. Dropped him. He's unconscious, baby. All right, let's finish him off. I'm going 2. Oh, he's coming back. His buddy's coming back at me. I'm going to point to the neck. Oh, that's blunt. All right, I'm just going to go blunt to the neck. Damn, we got more of them. Trying to back away into the forest here. Maybe we can get ourselves backed up against a tree. Dodge. This way we won't be... Oh, we got 2 of them again. All right, let's dodge. Got my spear out. 2. Going for the guy right in front of me. Point to the body. Let's see. Both parties managed to hurt each other. You thrust glances off his neck, still hurting me, or hurting him. His strike glances off your upper arm, still hurting you. All right, one of them's fleeing. Oh, nice. All right, let's get him. 2 spear. Point to the body. All right, and I completely miss him. He tries to stab at me. Let me block with my spear. We blocked his hunting knife. All right, spear. Point to the body. All right, you execute a skilled thrust, but he performs an excellent counter-strike with a deft thrust on his hunting knife. His thrust glances off your hip, still hurting you. Stagger, trying to maintain your balance. All right, we've got to dodge this one. Oh, we got 2 more coming after us. Damn. I'm looking around at the trees right now. There's not much we could duck into, so I'm just going to stand my ground. And let's go point to the head. Get lucky. Come on. Damn it. Dodges like a swan. Let's dodge. Ooh. This guy's trying to sneak up on us. All right, let's dodge. Damn. Block. Counter strike with the spear. I'm going to go point to the body. Oh boy. Here we go. So both parties managed to hurt each other. His strike glances off your shoulder, still hurting you. Your thrust glances off his hip, still hurting him. You can see my injury is right here, this bar. So as this increases, that's the more grievous wounds were. So we're not too bad right now. We haven't received too, oh, we knocked him down too. He's fell. All right, I'm going to try and spear him. Point in the head. Oh, Thrust glances off him, off his skull, still hurting him. Dodge. All right, his scimitar strikes hard to your hand. Ooh, we just took a hit. Oh, dude rose. Dude rose. All right, let's hit him with the spear. Point to the head. Smears in pain. You hear something running away in the north. Oh, somebody's running away. Okay, we got to counter-strike with the spear. I'm going to go blunt to the legs. Oh, both parties managed to hurt each other. His thrust glances off your upper arm, still hurting you. One of them's running. He's running. All right, let's finish off this boy right here. Our character is a beast, man. He is an excellent spear fighter. All right, we're going head. Doesn't impact your armor. Okay. Damn. Is there somebody? Oh. We got both of them again. All right, let's go. Same guy. To the bottom right here is who I'm attacking. I'm going to go point to the head. Still glances off her abdomen. Hit me in the abdomen. He's got a knife. Damn. Okay, nothing to do but keep going. Let's go ahead and dodge. And dodge again. Oh, dude dropped his hand axe. Let's take a jab at him. All right, I'm going to go point to the body. Oh, no, my spear slipped. Dodge. I got to pick it up. It's bad. That's getting bad. That means, oh, my injuries are getting serious. Dodge. All right, I have to wield the spear. I picked it up, but silly enough, you can't. Even though it's in your hands, you just picked it up. You're not wielding it. So I have to, let's block with the spear. Okay. Dude's changing his weapons up. Let's go for this again. 2 spear. Point to the head. Take this guy out. Damn. Dodge. Dodge. He's hitting us too. It's just not penetrating the armor. Let's try that again. And you failed to do more than a sloppy thrust. We're getting tired. I'm at negative 77% here. Dodge. Oh, we're being attacked from out of sight. So we're surrounded here. Dodge. Did you see that? It said it. Yep. Damn. Dude's right there. All right, let's dodge. Yep, they're going to try and come around me. Oh, no, my guy's laying down. He's prone. He's fallen prone. Our injuries are getting very severe, guys. This just might be the end of it. Let's try and dodge. Dodge. Stand up. Stand up, boy. Die on your feet. Dodge. And let's go for the spear. Blunt to the head. Just try and club him, bro. Just don't get fancy. Damn, your clumsy blow is barely an attack, and he quickly dodges it aside. Damn. All right, we got more in us. We're not done. Spear, point, body. You execute a skilled thrust, but he quickly dodges aside. You completely miss him. Okay, let's dodge again. Dodge. You've been attacked from out of sight. Oh, look at that. His hand axe strikes hard against your upper arm. The spear slips from your grasp. You have died. Well, sadly it has happened, folks. We have lost the fight, as I kind of expected we would, although I didn't think it would go that quite like that. I expected maybe to get set up better, but man, they rushed us quick. Anyway, I hope you guys aren't too disappointed. Don't worry about it. This is a very common occurrence in this game. Dying is the norm. In fact, I think this is the first time I've died in any of my playthroughs. Some of them we've just kind of retired without doing much of anything, but at least here we went out with a bang. And don't you worry, I'm definitely going to be uploading more Unreal World content in the very near future. I already have a series under works, so don't worry about that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Hit that like button if you have. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're an Unreal World fan, then please consider doing so now, because like I said, we will be coming up with more stuff in the very near future. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody out there. Let's hit that space button and watch the final death screen. Here it is, the memorial page. Pain has been killed by the same warriors who enslaved him. We have reached the only true freedom that any of us will ever reach, and that is the afterlife, death itself. There we are, folks. I appreciate everybody coming by for the series. All you Unreal World fans out there, you know I love you, and I will continue to make content for you. So thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you on the next one.